Hey guys, welcome back to the Shintaro Higashi Show with Peter Yu. Today, we're going to talk about something a little bit interesting. My favorite topic in the world, me.
Oh my God, Shintaro. How,
Yeah,
how amazing he is. Well,
yeah, that's how it is.
specifically what?
My
What's
training,
your thing?
my training.
That's right.
Dude, I
Yeah.
get people hitting me up all the time. What are you training? How are you training? And
Yeah.
sometimes it's misleading. You see these like interviews and podcasts with top level athletes, and you see these articles back in the day, like, what does your training look like? And, it changes depending on where you are in the cycle. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? What your goals are during that time period, and right now, my priority first and foremost is looking good for the summer. So,
Yeah. That's a great goal. Yeah.
yeah. And, as you guys already know, I had a bunch of health issues, with the
Right.
stroke and
Right.
the atrial fibrillation and all this stuff. So I really, really, really want to get my weight down, body weight
Hmm.
down. Right. So I'm focusing on that. And then, doing it through martial arts is my favorite way to do it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm upping my training these days and, that's what I'm doing right now.
Let's start from there. How many hours a day do you train, or how many days a week?
All right.
What's that
So usually
cycle
in
like?
terms of like lifting, I
Yeah.
generally like to do 3 to 4 times of lifting a week.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, usually three to
Just
four
every day
weight
we're
training.
spreading out like one rest day and stuff.
Yeah, I'll throw in a rest day, but it's like every other day almost usually for lifting. And then I'll go like upper body, lower body, upper,
Right.
lower,
You
upper, lower.
separate them.
Yeah,
Okay.
or sometimes I'll do push pull legs protocol,
Yeah.
but I usually go heavy. Do always a progressive overload, 10-week freaking program, all this stuff, right?
Mm.
And then I would do sort of 2 days of like low intensity, 3 days of low intensity cardio, which is like generally walking for 20, 30 minutes in the gym, right? Or outside. And then I'll do
Yeah.
1 day of high intensity sprinting work because I don't want to lose my fast twitch abilities.
Right.
But this is the thing, it's too taxing on my body to do more than once a week now. My freaking knees hurt, my back hurts, right?
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
people are like, why are you so quick and fast and explosive? Almost 40. It's because of that. I train for that specific reason, you know?
Mm. Do you,
Yeah.
you just do sprints up and down kind of thing?
Yeah, and I'll manage it in a way where it's like I'll do it, maybe like at the end of the week, right? Or I'll save it for the beginning of the week, depending on how the week
Right.
progressed in terms of judo training. If I tweaked the knee because I went with George and he like chopped at my knee, then I'm not going to be doing sprints after that. You know
Right.
what I
Right.
mean? But if I had good judo, good lifting, I felt pretty good all day, all week, and then it's like, Friday going into the weekend, I know I'm going to rest for 2 days. All right, I'm going to blast myself sprinting and do hard judo at night and then call it. Saturday, Sunday, I'm just going to go for long walks and chill, hang out with my kid, and then come back Monday hard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Generally,
Nice.
that's like my
Yeah.
outside the dojo training. And then
Mhm.
before I would do three, judo nights at my dojo.
Right.
So I would do two nights of randori. I try to.
Mhm.
2 nights of hard randori. But, when there's too many white belts on the mat, I'm a little bit too stressed.
Yeah.
There's too many people on the mat. It's like I want to make sure people get theirs, right?
Yeah.
They're there to do judo. And it really depends on the crowd of the night. You know,
Right.
Gianni's competing. He needs me. I'll go in and do rounds with him.
Mm.
Right. But he's cutting weight. He banged up. These guys are going to the tournament, but they're all tapering down. They just want to go light with sort of the intermediate beginners. And, the matchups are great. I won't touch it. I'll just stand on the side and coach because that's where I'm more valuable in the room.
Right. Right.
So that's my general training method. And I do a Wednesday morning with Glick, Brian
Oh
Glick.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to those.
Yeah, it's the best. So
Amazing.
that
Yeah.
was generally my system leading up to till about 2 weeks ago.
Right. So with Greg, you would do a lot of BJJ, right? On Wednesday.
Yeah, we would do a lot of stand up too, Nogi stuff. He rolls in at like 11. We go till like 1:30.
Mm.
Like 2.5 hours almost, just hanging out, rolling. He teaches some technique, right? Because some of the judo guys are in there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
great.
Amazing class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But recently,
Yeah.
I sort of decided that I really don't need to be lifting so much anymore because I don't need to I just want to maintain. I want to do a maintenance phase
Yeah.
where I just keep my strength and keep my size and then lose body fat,
Mhm.
right? And that protocol is lifting about 1/10 of the volume that I usually lift. So
Mhm.
it's lifting once a week now, full body, right?
Mhm.
And then majority of the days I'm doing low intensity interval cardio, just
Mhm.
walking. I try to get in 10,000 steps a day, right? And then count my calories. So
Okay.
that's sort of the physical fitness outside the dojo protocol.
You cut out the sprinting portion too.
I am still sprinting on good
Oh, you
days.
still
Yeah,
okay.
I forgot to mention that.
Okay.
But I haven't in the last week and a half because my knee's been killing me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Actually, I did it last week. I did it last week. We'll talk about. But now
Um,
I discovered that the dojo right near my house, JT Torres's Essential Jiu Jitsu, has a
yeah.
great 10 a.m. class.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
10 a.m. Yeah.
told me about this a little. Yeah.
Yeah. So I started going to that.
So 10 a.m. So then, what's the crowd
Good,
during the
man.
time?
There's 20,
Yeah.
25 guys on the mat. 10
Oh
a.m.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Man,
know.
how does he pull so
That's
many
the thing.
people
Yeah.
that night?
It's amazing. In a morning class, generally, those are very difficult to fill,
Yeah.
you know? So I've been going to that. I've been doing jiu-jitsu essentially 5 days a week now, which is crazy. I'm falling back in love with it.
Oh wow. Wait, are they all mostly hobbyists or more
Well, so the
professional?
11 to 1 is like their pro class, like comp class.
Oh,
So a lot of the guys come for the 10 a.m. and stay throughout. I don't have the luxury to stay the whole
right,
time.
right.
Just based on work and time and stuff like this. And also, like, I was trying to ease back into it, because I had that heart surgery,
Yeah,
2.5 months
yeah.
ago. I'm easing back into it. Yeah, so I'm doing jiu-jitsu 5 days a week right now. It's a good source of cardio, right? And I'm very engaged. I love it. And
Yeah.
then I do judo 2 nights a week, like hard judo. I'm still trying to do that. So, I'm doing a good 7, 8
Yeah, that's
days of 8 sessions of hard, on the mat training, one day in the gym, hard gym right now for maintenance. And then my goal is to do this consistently for 3 months and get shredded.
well, okay. Well, in 3 months we'll have a little check-in.
Yeah, because I need to increase the size of my dating pool. No, there's a huge
How does it
difference
work?
now
Why?
between me at 220, me
Uh,
at 210, 200, 190. Huge difference.
what's the optimal?
I'll do like 195-ish, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm big enough to where I'm distinguished, but I'm not
And
carrying body fat, so we wouldn't like that. You know what I mean?
uh,
When I'm at 220, I feel powerful. I'm like
yeah.
heavy, powerful, but it's the only attention that I get are from dudes.
Yeah, the dudes at the gym.
Yeah.
Yo,
And then
can you
the
spot me,
and
bro?
then and then the lower I go in body weight, the less attention I get from dudes and more attention I get from women. Yeah.
A very interesting observation.
I'm
That's,
about like
yeah.
215, 210 now, so
Hey,
I'm still at the
almost
cusp
there.
of like
Yeah.
dudes, but I've lost that edge. At 220, guys are like, "Damn, you're big. You're a big
Mm.
dude," right? But like I'm like average jacked, t-shirt jacked
T-shirt.
at 210.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
If the shirt comes off, it's not impressive at all.
But you want to be shredded, so when you
Well,
take
that's the
your
thing, right?
start, okay.
210, I look relatively impressive in a t-shirt because of the size of my chest, size of my shoulders
Yeah.
and arms, right? I look pretty jacked, like
Uh-huh.
by anybody. 220, I'm huge, but only t-shirt big,
Yeah.
you know? So when I get down like 205, 200, then the shirt comes off. I look a little bit leaner. There's like I'm no longer t-shirt big. I lose the t-shirt big.
I
And at
see.
195, I become t-shirt small. You know what I mean? When I'm wearing a t-shirt, I look like a small person.
Really? You probably look bigger than me. I'm
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
small shirt, t-shirt small, no shirt small.
Yeah.
You're going for that. Well, I don't know if you guys have watched this new show on Netflix. So it's just ended, Physical 100.
Yeah.
A lot of good jack people there. You want to go for that Iron Man look from that skeleton player.
I don't know who that is. Can't
You know
remember
that
that.
is the by far the best athlete on that show. He didn't make
Yeah.
it. Oh, I'm not gonna spoil it, but
I like the Akiyama look.
I look the 10. He's
The
jacked.
tan,
That guy's
synthetic.
like almost 50. He's 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
he's more jacked than a lot of people there.
He's yoked. But yeah, so my primary goal is to get good at jiu-jitsu also.
Yeah.
Get more grappling time with less wear and tear on my body because, judo is so hard on the body.
Yeah.
I can't do 3 nights of hard rando anymore. I just simply cannot.
Mm.
I mean, I can, but, Wednesday would have
Maybe
to be
all
like a
wear and
taper
tear,
down. Yeah, it'd be like a light day of like, drilling, kind of hanging out, like mostly blocking.
Right.
When I say like hard, I'm saying like
Like a
aggressively going after takedowns and trying to develop my skill.
right.
That's different from like, okay, let me do some rondori and then throw some people and hang out.
Sensei Judo.
Yeah, I do a lot of sensei judo nowadays. But yeah, in terms of jujitsu, man, I'm really trying to learn.
Yeah. So how's that like? Like what are you focusing on? You kind of mentioned that you're pulling guard now.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
most of my jujitsu training was like sort of in like a closed ecosystem situation, right?
Yeah.
So I'm very not limited, but I had my teachers who I followed and very dedicated to, right? So I learned a lot of their style.
Mhm.
But now I'm exposed to those guys' jujitsu styles, which is like heavy passing, hard passing, quick, agile movements from the top, and then from the
Mhm.
bottom, it's like lasso, spider, de la hiva. So I really want to learn their system and like make it sort of not mine, but like be very,
Mhm.
very what's the word? Proficient with it.
Yeah.
So like I'll pull guard, right? And then I'll try to get into, shallow lasso spider and then de la hiva, and then try to look for sit down barambolos, drive that foot, sit up and sweep, that kind of a thing.
This is gi.
Well, yeah, right now I'm specifically talking about gi,
Yeah.
but with their no-gi stuff too,
You
yeah,
did
I
no
want
gi
to
with
kind
them
of,
too.
I do no-gi with them too sometimes, but the 10 a.m. classes are mostly gi. So I'm kind of like, doing that. Eventually, I'm going to make myself into the comp class too. They're
I see.
all very,
That'd
very
be fun.
warm and
Yeah.
welcoming and say, hey, come to any class you want, essentially. But I'm just easing my way into it. And
Test the water.
yeah,
Well, and so do you do so when I was doing more BJJ for the past year, I struggle with leg locks and stuff. Do you
yes,
do
yes,
that? Like
yes, yes.
how do you approach those?
Well, so Brian Glick is very good at that. So
Yeah.
like I learned a lot from him and we do a lot of leg lock
Right.
stuff.
Okay. So
Um,
you already have a
uh,
good understanding.
I don't want to say good understanding. I'm, maybe like a green belt or something
Hmm.
in leg locks. I don't even know. I'm not that good at it, but I know it. I know the ideas behind it. I shouldn't even say I know it. I'm familiar with it, right?
Familiar with it.
So I definitely want to get good at some of this stuff. Definitely different from judo, but it's
Right.
really nice to have a room that's filled at 10 a.m. that I could go to,
Yeah.
and that's the issue with a lot of judo schools. They don't have that,
Yeah.
and you can do the 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., 1 o'clock, whatever it is. And then you come back in the evening and train again. People can do that in jujitsu. Very difficult to do that in judo
Yeah.
because your just body won't hold up.
Yeah.
How many times can you get slammed on your shoulder? It takes one mistake, you blow your knee out. It's so
Right. Right.
easy to tear an MCL. And then, you're not training through a torn MCL, stand up wise, because you can't pivot
Yeah.
on it,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
ground stuff, you can kind of like tweak your shoulder and protect it. You
Yeah.
know, ankle stuff, I like kind of rolled my ankle, whatever it is. I didn't, I'm just saying as an example.
Yeah.
If you rolled your ankle, you could tape it and be like, hey, man, I rolled my ankle today. Can we, can you stay away from my ankle? And you protect it. You can do that. Right. But to blast in for a turn throw with a ankle that you just rolled is very
Right. Yeah.
difficult.
Can. Yeah.
You're just gonna make it worse, right?
Um.
So yeah, that's the kind of thing that I'm trying to just get more mat time in. I'm falling back in love with it. I'm watching like more judo and jiu-jitsu now again.
Nice. Nice.
And it's kind of nice to be into it while I'm trying to get in shape. I
How
really
do you
want to
go?
get in shape this summer for the
Yeah.
summer. I just want to be shredded, and then I haven't been shredded in years. I
You
haven't. Like it's
when
probably been
when
6 years since I've been like lean.
6 years like when we went to Texas for nationals.
Yeah,
You're shredded then.
178.
Yeah.
I'm lean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
You're shredded then.
I
Yeah.
was lean then. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
lean. But it's different. I wasn't shredded or lean. I was skinny, which is different.
Oh, I
You
see.
know what I mean? Because depending on how I bring that weight down, I could lose a lot of muscle mass too. Right.
Right. Right.
And then I didn't really properly do it at that time. So I wouldn't even
That's
say I was
pretty
shredded or lean.
aggressive cut. Yeah.
Yeah, I took an aggressive cut. I was still hanging out and drinking and stuff. And then like I cut too much at the very end. I was like skinny. I don't know.
You didn't drink at all. That I remember. You
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
drink
yeah.
at all.
I cut out drinking for a
Yeah.
little while, but
I didn't drink either. I mean, when we were dry for like a few months.
yeah. But I want to be like shredded, which is like keep my muscles and keeping the
Yeah.
protein high, maybe 150, 200 grams of protein a day. And then just trying to strip body fat, through cardio and training. And, I got,
And
this is
then
the perfect time
right.
right now. It's March. I got 2
Yeah.
more months. I could probably lose another, 10 to 15 pounds of fat by the summer. By the time, I'm gonna have to take off my shirt in like May, June. People are gonna see how vain I am.
I gotta check this out.
Yeah, so
We're
2
gonna go with
months,
the
15 pounds of fat. I'll be, yeah, a good 195 lean.
so BJJ is been very good because you could just get more, you could just afford more mat time because it's easier on your body. And then in terms of your goal, it helps helps you get there faster.
Yeah, but not just that, like I've
Yeah.
reignited something in me, by
Yeah.
chance, dude. It was like Thursday night a couple weeks ago. And then my cousin from Japan was here and
Yeah.
she was playing with my daughter, right? And
You get
then,
some time.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Yumi was like, Papa, I'm going to play with her. And then even my cousin from Japan was like, yo, go do whatever you want. And I
Yeah.
already had gone to the gym
Yeah.
and I had lifted heavy. And I was like, all right, what do I do? It's Thursday night,
Yeah.
her dance class got canceled, right?
Mhm.
And then so it's like I had all this time. I'm like, what am I gonna do like on a Thursday evening? Like, usually, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll check out the jiu cool down the street, And I went, and it was awesome. Everyone was so warm and welcoming. And then I was like, you know what?
We get into it.
I was like, you guys got morning classes? And they're like, yeah, we got morning class. I was like, I'm gonna come by. I'm
Amazing.
gonna drop my kid off at school. I'm gonna drop by. Is that cool? And they're like, yeah, come by. And I
Yeah.
went, and it was fun. It was really fun. You know, my nails isn't bad, right? But there's things that I'm not too familiar. Like when somebody goes worm guard, or
Yeah.
someone's lanky and they do like a, inverted stuff. Like I struggle with that because I'm not
Yeah.
used to it.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? So then I was like, all right, I want to get good at some of these things, and I want to have an answer for right. So now I'm like motivated to learn again. And, I go through phases of, my 2 real estate projects kind of wrapped up recently. So it's giving me a lot
Yeah.
of,
You need something like a new challenge. That's a
yeah,
good one. Yeah.
yeah, learn a lot of stuff, man. Praying mantis guard, the flamingo pass, tarantula
You,
guard. Those are real guards.
no way. I thought you were just making shit up for me.
No, it's a real thing, dude.
Really? Oh my God.
Yeah.
You have to show me
I don't
some.
like the names. It's corny, right?
Yeah.
I,
You want the more like business like names of judo or
I mean,
like
that's why I like,
BJJ?
Danaher's, jargon. It's so much more like, hey man, Ashigarami, inside Sankaku, right?
Yeah.
I like these
Well,
kinds of,
yeah. We talked about it in one of the earlier episodes we
yeah.
had. Like,
That's a big thing about
like,
the Japanese terminology. It
yeah.
makes sense. There's logic behind it. You look
Yeah.
at Japanese numbers, right?
Yeah.
11, 12, 13, 14, like it makes
Yeah.
sense,
Yeah.
What is 11? You know what I mean? What is 12, right? What is a teen? You get
Yeah.
21, 22, 20. Like in Japan, it's different. It's 2, 10, 2, or 22, right? Even 11, it's like 1, 10, 1. There's logic behind the number system and naming of the numbers. It's the same in
Yeah.
Korea.
Same in Korean, same. It's from the Chinese system.
Yeah, so I
Just,
like this. I like it.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you force a 2-on-1,
Yeah.
right?
That makes sense.
You sit, grab an ankle, pull him into Ashigarami, right? Even X guard makes sense because you make an X with your legs.
It's more descriptive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm very curious about the praying mantis guard.
It's a cross collar De La Hiva inversion, right? Inverted grip. And then you put the foot on the inside hamstring.
I can't even imagine that right now. Yeah. I'll have
Yeah.
to look it up.
Yeah.
Well, it's good though. I think, so this is kind of a new challenge for you. You're going to want to master your BJJ side of things, and you said
Yeah.
you're watching a lot of videos too. Like anything recently? I know they had at ADCC.
Yeah.
We've been sending each other some wrestling videos.
Yeah. I
'Cause
mean, I'm always watching
I went to
videos,
wrestle,
like
yeah.
highlights videos, but I never really sat down and watched a full jiu-jitsu match
Yeah,
because, no offense, it's boring to me.
yeah,
In my defense, like watching judo is boring for me too.
yeah,
It is, but I'm like, you know what? I want to really learn this now, so it's like sort of my new thing kind of. And, I'm interested in it. I'm trying it out, see how it goes, you know? Um, yeah, man, there's a part of me that sort of sparked this thing. Like maybe I want to get back into some of the competition stuff, but I'm 38, I'm pushing 40, right?
You want to compete in BJJ?
There's a little bit, I mean, I've done some,
Yeah.
you know, I've never lost at it,
Yeah, I guess
but
it's a 100% win rate. I
yeah,
love
but
that.
these are all like local stuff, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, maybe you want to make it to ADCC?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not gonna out myself and be that guy, but no, I'm very intrigued.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, man, the best thing that I got out of going to Jimmy Pedro's dojo and training with Travis and Kayla and being in the room with those guys and training with them every day. And then all of a sudden you right, you start developing a similar mindset.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, they're doing it, right? And then when they talk about, going up against a guy that's top 10 in the world, oh, fucking this guy, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I remember when I was going up against Silva Morales from Cuba, who was the top 10 guy
Yeah.
in the world. Travis had fought him recently and he had lost. And he called me and goes, he just does one or two things. No big deal, man. Just the way that he talked about this guy who was one of the best guys in the world at judo. I was like, yeah, fucking guy, lefty. He just fucking does one or two things. He sucks, whatever. Okay. So I was like, go do this, go do that. I'm like, I got it, man. I got it. And it kind of gives you this confidence.
Right.
And so when you're in a room, not that I didn't have this before with, training with Glick and stuff, but they're just more, I'm in it more, right? Because I'm
Right.
there every other, 4 days a week now.
You're right there where innovation's happening. Yeah.
Somewhat, yeah. And I'm not doing the comp class yet.
Yeah.
Got to ease myself into it and free up some time in the afternoon, because it
Right.
goes for 2 hours, whatever it is.
Right.
But that's my training right now, and I'm icing my knees and stuff and taking my supplements and,
Nice. Good for you, man. It sounds
Yeah.
like a packed schedule. You're like
you kind of had something to do with it too, because you were doing a lot of jujitsu out there in Detroit, and you
Yeah.
were like jujitsu this and that. And then I was like, you know what, man?
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. So you had definitely a say in this.
Oh, I'm glad that I sparked something inside you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I love grappling, man. I'm a huge fan of
Me too.
grappling. Doing it mostly.
I recently I was telling you this, right? I recently went back to my old high school and I wrestled with my
Yeah,
wrestling team there because they were training for state finals.
yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Wrestling's so fun.
So fun, man.
Oh,
So fun.
it's like now I'm like, because I feel like with judo, you probably felt this too. I felt like I'm a little stagnant because I have my own set ways and
Yeah,
I don't really to branch out,
Yeah.
But with wrestling now, these guys are good, I want to keep up with them. And I've been like looking into different ways to shoot and like Russian 2-on-1 ties and then try to incorporate some of my like, trips and throws. It's
Yeah.
cool. Like, looking at like wrestling instructions and stuff.
Good. Yeah,
Fun.
wrestling's fun, man. Wrestling's so
Yeah.
fun. I love grappling, period, man. So
Yeah.
good. I'm happy that you're still in it, doing it.
I'm gonna keep trying, I gotta keep it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. I can't wait to like work out with you again, dude.
Yeah. We'll make that up. Maybe we'll do some nogi stuff too.
Nogi. Yeah. Nogi stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's about it, guys. Hopefully, this kind of gave you guys some idea on what you could do,
Yep.
in terms of your training. And thanks for listening. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Yep. Thank you guys.